Howdy, folks. It's Black Dragon. Welcome to another edition of Black Dragon Biker News Network. Biker news you can trust. And as always, I'd like to thank you all for tuning in from wherever it is in the world that you happen to be. Getting a little bit late start this morning. I apologize. You guys know when I do those late interviews, it'd be difficult to get up in the morning. We did that interview last night over on Insane Throttle Biker News, so you guys go check it out. I think I'll actually be posting that over here today, where we interviewed Mooch, who was once a Mooch and Hollywood had a debate last night. So it was a pretty cool show. We talked about the situation having to deal with the court trial. The Mongols Motorcycle Club was trying to get a new trial, and they talked about that back and forth with respect to, and they're going to do 2 or 3 shows, but with respect to that show was a debate between the two of them as to whether or not they felt that little Dave had been exonerated in that trial. So I was the debate moderator. First time I ever did that. It was quite interesting, to say the least. Hadn't done that before. I had to look up my debate rules, and I had to remember my debate years from high school. Kind of interesting. People keep telling me they're not getting their notifications, and I just don't know what's going on with YouTube. They decide who they want to notify and who they don't. So you can look for us around 10ish, even though this morning's 10:30, sometime around 10ish, Monday through Friday. I'm gonna make a commitment to be on time, because you guys should be able to know when you're going to get me. Listen, if this is your first time, like, share, follow, and subscribe. We have our news story for today. So it seems like over in Pinellas Park, this situation just keeps getting worse. This situation just keeps getting worse. Another biker was arrested in the murder of a club member. And, you know, it's kind of sad because this club member was reportedly a snitch. So, you know, it can happen. You can be killed today, still in these days and times, for being a snitch, or even worse, somebody thinking that you're a snitch. It still exists in motorcycle clubs still today. So anyway, as this story goes, Pinellas County Sheriff Bob Gualtieri, I know I'm not saying that name right, Gualtieri maybe, speaks during a press conference on the murder and arrest of a biker in Pinellas Park. So a Pinellas Park man allegedly affiliated with what the paper is calling a motorcycle gang. We say motorcycle clubs, but the way the story reads, a man allegedly affiliated with the motorcycle gang was arrested on October 12th, just a few days ago, on first-degree murder charges in connection with the slaying of another biker earlier this year. Detectives with the Pinellas County Sheriff's Office believe Dominic Patermoster, 46, was killed by other motorcycle gang members because they believed he was a snitch. Dylan Lee Pascal, 35 years old, is accused of being involved in the fatal shooting of Dominic Patermoster, who was 46. You know, I hear these ages, 35. It's such a young person. So this happened in Palm Harbor in April. The descendant, or the deceased, was a member of the local Raiders motorcycle gang. We like to say club, they say gang, according to law enforcement officials. Now, PCSO detectives say Pascal is a member of the Mongols motorcycle club, and they found spent shell casings at the scene next to the victim, which contained Pascal's DNA. That's crazy. Well, they find bullets next to the scene, to the dead body, bullet casings. You know, so bullet casings are the things that the bullet shoots out of. It explodes. You shoot it. It's got the gunpowder and all that, and the projectile shoots out, and that kills the guy. And what's left is this casing. So now, if you're shooting a revolver, the casings stay with you, and you get to take them. If you're shooting a semi-automatic or something like that, the casings shoot out of it, and there's probably never any time to get them. Now, if you can imagine, that casing has your DNA on it. I mean, my house science has advanced. Like, what? I mean, certainly you didn't bleed on it. So what do they have? The oils from your fingertips, the sweat from your sweat factory glands. I mean, what the hell? Your skin cells. So this is crazy. Like, you know, you can't. It's like, if there's not a cell phone, and I keep telling you about these phones, if there's not a cell phone near you or a video down the road, now they can get your DNA from your thought glands and link you to the crime. So they found these shell casings next to the victim, which contained Pascal's DNA. And so now he's arrested. The Raiders motorcycle group is an affiliate of the Mongols. So the two groups are related. So to have one group kill the other is not something that you would expect. But it says here he was killed because they thought he was a snitch. Police previously arrested Paul Mogilevsky, and we reported on that case, 48 years old, in late August, also on a first-degree murder charge. He is also from Pinellas Park and is part of the Mongols Motorcycle Club, according to PCSO. The police agency said Pascal misled them in an April 29 interview after the killing, saying that he and another person brought Patermoster home from Tampa and left him sleeping in his reclining chair. Patermoster was found dead inside his Palm Harbor home after being shot multiple times, according to police. So the police believed him. Obviously, they believed the story until they found, unfortunately for him, they found these DNA. They don't ever really say what the DNA was. We just found the DNA. I'm afraid to hurt somebody. Jesus. How do you get away with it? It doesn't seem like you get away with it at all. Anyway, you guys remember this press conference when it first happened? I'll play a little bit of it. Let's see, maybe jog your memory. This is when the arrest first happened. And they the sheriff was not very pleased. So I'll play a little bit of that for you guys. Not much. It's 12 minutes long. Let's see if we can get what he's talking about in the first couple minutes. Hopefully they won't throw a commercial on me.
Excuse me. Good afternoon. I'm Penellis County Sheriff Bob Fury, and we're here to talk about.
Can't hear that, can you?
This past Friday, August 26th, the Pinellas County Grand Jury returned a indictment charging Paul Mogilevsky with first-degree murder. Mogilevsky is currently being held in the Pinellas County Jail with no bond. This charge stems from the April 27th, 2022 murder of Dominic Pasternoster. And that murder occurred at his residence of 104 Dunbridge Drive in Palm Harbor. Pasternoster's date of birth is 12/11/75. Pasternoster was not just killed, he was executed. He was shot several times, including a gunshot to the head. More than one gun was used to kill Pasternoster. I'm going to explain what happened and provide a little bit more information than probably what we ordinarily do, because this is really organized crime that's operating here in Pinellas County and in the Tampa Bay area that involves a national motorcycle gang. Nonetheless, it is still an active and ongoing investigation, so there is some information that can't be released. We know more than one person shot and killed Dominic Pasternoster, and while Mogilevsky is the only one that's in custody at this time, he won't be the last person arrested in this case. More arrests will be made.
You hear that? He promised that back in August, so I guess he delivered on that promise.
Mogilevsky and Pasternoster were both members of motorcycle gangs, or as they like to call themselves, motorcycle clubs. But that's nonsense.
Hold on. Whoa. We don't like to call ourselves motorcycle clubs. We are motorcycle clubs. Sorry. I'm seeking counseling. So, sorry about that. I didn't mean to hold him up. Anyway.
Because they are not clubs, they're thugs. Thugs who commit crimes and kill people who they think cross them. Members of these motorcycle gangs are not kids. As you can see from the photographs here, both Pasternoster and Mogilevsky are in their mid-40s, as are many of their criminal associates that are involved in this gang activity.
Well, since I'm almost 60, they're kids to me, but yeah, I mean, never mind. I'm going on.
Mogilevsky belongs to the Mongols, and Pasternoster belonged to the Raiders. The Raiders are a lower level gang or motorcycle club that's a feeder membership group into the Mongols. Both gangs share a clubhouse in Tampa. The Mongols are a national group. They were founded, and they are currently based in California. They're a criminal racketeering organization, and they are organized crime, really, in its truest sense. A symbol of these motorcycle gangs is their notorious motorcycle jacket with what the club calls colors, as they're called. And that's one that's here to my right and to your left. Members have to go through a significant initiation in order to be able to wear these colors. We seized this jacket during the execution of a search warrant. The Mongols have a strong presence here in the Tampa Bay area. They are what are referred to as one percenters. They, like the Outlaws, Hells Angels, and other organized criminals who ride motorcycles and sell drugs, they traffic in guns, and they engage in human trafficking and prostitution. So these are, again, in the truest sense, criminal organizations, true organized crime that exist to do bad things to others. They're very, very different from everyday people who simply enjoy riding motorcycles on weekends and belong to true social motorcycle clubs. They aren't the people, these people are not the people that you see out on a Sunday afternoon motorcycle ride. These criminal biker organizations are called one percenters because they are 1% of the people who ride motorcycles and self-identify as a motorcycle club when they are really this gang of thugs who terrorize and commit crime. There are several of these 1% motorcycle gangs that operate in the Tampa Bay area, including, as I've mentioned, the Mongols, the Outlaws, Black Pistons, Infidels, Originals, Cobras, and Raiders. Now, they generally commit their crime to further and to maintain their organizations and doing things like I just mentioned about selling drugs, forcing women into prostitution. They usually don't target or harm average everyday people. It's usually what happens within these organizations or among the organizations. Most of their violent crime occurs against rival groups or due to internal gang issues. And that's exactly what happened in this case. That's what happened with this murder. Mogilevsky and another person killed Paternoster because they believed Paternoster was cooperating with law enforcement to provide law enforcement with information about this motorcycle gang activity and that he was, quote, a snitch. In fact, they did what organized crime groups do when they kill people who they think are cooperating with the police. They shot Paternoster very dead by shooting him many times, including shooting him in the head. Now, you want to talk about cooperation? Mogilevsky admitted to detectives that he was with Paternoster on the night of the murder at the Mongols clubhouse. Mogilevsky also admitted that he and another person were with Paternoster at Paternoster's residence at the time Paternoster was executed. Mogilevsky admissions are corroborated by video evidence from the area, and we have witnesses who put Mogilevsky and others at the scene of the murder during the time that it occurred. The Sheriff's Office Forensic Sciences Division also collected extensive physical evidence from the scene, and we served several search warrants to obtain evidence supporting the first-degree murder indictment. We know that after Mogilevsky and the other person shot and killed Paternoster, they disposed of evidence in Tampa Bay, and our dive team was used to find the evidence. These motorcycle gangs have been around for decades, but there must be accountability when they execute each other, and this investigation is far from over. We will be serving additional search warrants, and there will be additional arrests made. So that gives you an overview of what happened. Most people are unaware of the extent to which these motorcycle gangs engage in criminal activity throughout the Bay Area. As I said, most of the time, it's against each other or violence within the organizations, and that's what happened here. But they're alive and well, and they are existing throughout the Tampa Bay area, and this is what happens when they engage in that internal violence and somebody is killed. But there has to be justice done, and there has to be accountability, and we're committed to it. As I said, this is far from over. There will be additional arrests made. There's a lot of evidence, and a lot of information is forthcoming. So again, most of the public's probably not aware of this, and I thought it's important that people are aware as to what's going on.
Will you stop, dog? Be quiet. Go sit down. So, okay. Hey, you're doing your guard duties. Hey, come over here. Good, man. Good. I appreciate you. Thank you. I appreciate you. Come in, give me a kiss. All right. Now go sit your black ass down. All right. So, you guys remember this because later on this press conference, he goes on. I remember it now. He goes on to just really insinuate big time that the biker that he had arrested was cooperating with the police. I remember. I now remember this. Not interview, but press conference, and he just throws it out there. It's real ugly. I'll put the link to this press conference. It's like 17 minutes long, but I will. I'll put the link out to that here in the description section below if you want to go back and refresh yourself. He was really quite pissed off. And you know, you could see it in the press conference. He wasn't very happy, using words like very dead and stuff like that. Like he wasn't happy at all. And the way he put that biker out there, it just, he never said the words he's a snitch or anything like that, but I remember that press conference. He was way hardcore. You guys remember that? Somebody said, I remember watching this drama queen when he made his press conference. I also remember watching 1% Clubs taking Sunday rides with mini toys tied to their bikes, doing their Toys for Tots. No, they only fake like they ride on Sunday. Yeah. So at some point, clubs have got to figure out how to keep this kind of stuff out of the news. At some point, it's just got to you got to use your better judgment. They're getting they're getting DNA off of shell casings. What the hell? It's like you plan this stuff in your mind. It seems like a good idea. Maybe too much alcohol is involved or something. But you plan this stuff out in your mind, and I don't know. Maybe the guys aren't watching enough TV, because I'm always watching, the forensic files and stuff like that. Maybe it's because I'm up late. I work late. Yeah, you watch about a week's worth of forensic files, and you're like, well, hell, who gets away? They're finding people like 18 years later. We solved this 22 and a half years later. Let alone the people that they put in jail that didn't break any laws at all, and they're finding out these people. I'm getting ready to throw this brush at you, man. Stop. They find this out, all this time later, 22 years later. Oh yeah, and let alone the people that they put in jail that didn't do anything at all. But I don't know. Is there any hiding? I don't know. And so maybe we need to convince folks to think of a different path, as it were. But I don't care what neighborhood you belong to or what neighborhood you come from, unless you come from like the good side of town or something. There's never been good outcomes for people who are thought to be snitches. You don't even have to be a snitch. All you got to do is be thought to be one. And that's why what we were talking about last night on Hollywood Show. I mean, things are probably pretty rocky for little Dave when those accusations have been made about him. So this is what can happen. So you don't ever want that on you. Somebody said, I think I've seen every episode of 48 Hours ever made. Yeah. Oh, 48 Hours. Man, those are, and I need to do, what? I also need to do this video. I need to do the video called Don't Talk to the Police Until You Get an Attorney. Because every damn 48 Hour show where they solve it in 48 hours, short of somebody killing somebody on the camera, they tell on themselves. They talk on themselves. They tell on themselves. And you shouldn't tell yourself, I want to hit the clap button right now. But I had somebody say very uglily yesterday, when are you going to get over your obsession of that stupid, annoying clap button? And so now you don't want to touch it. Like you're like, should I touch my applause button? So I'll take a poll. Do I get rid of the applause button, or do I keep the applause button? I like that. I mean, I feel like it helps me make my point. If it's annoying the hell out of you guys, then I won't do the applause button anymore. But I like the applause button. Oh my gosh, I feel like, oh my God, did I? Oh, it can't keep you people happy. Uh, so anyway, let me know in the comments. Do I keep the applause button or do I get rid of it? So, yes, get rid of it, says Shadowed Driver. Anyway, we the motorcycle club, in my opinion, from the level that I'm on the traditional motorcycle club level. I'm on the family club 99 percenter level, and so we don't particularly find it necessary to to murder our snitches. I mean, it ain't like we ain't got none, but we're not on the level that we got to just be taking people out. I'm not going to say it hasn't happened on our side. You certainly don't hear about it as much. It doesn't happen as often. And so I would, how can you learn how to treat people like individual pieces of solid gold? And maybe clubs should just get better at firing people. You're a snitch, you're fired, uh, rather than this stuff that makes the news and makes us look bad. I don't know. But in the fact that, sometimes I'm lighthearted and everything, but I'm not lighthearted about the fact that a person was killed, a young person. I can tell you that all the life I've lived since I was, in my 30s and 40s, I'm glad to have lived. I would hate to have stepped out 15 years ago. You guys wouldn't be getting me on Black Dragon Biker TV right now. Life is so beautiful and precious. So we got to figure out ways to, yeah. Is it ever going to change? I mean, when you got Russia dropping bombs on the place that I can't think of right now, and when you got people being dragged off the streets in is it Iraq or Iran for women for not wearing the right headscarves or something? I don't know. Maybe mankind is just never going to treat each other right. People are dumb and cowards. They don't have the heart to do what they do alone. So anytime you involve others, they have a chance. They're going to cry as soon as they are leaned on. Well, and we did that video too. A lot of times these guys that go, what we call in my neighborhood, we used to call it go for bad. These guys that go for bad, sometimes but facing the time that you're going to face, you're 48 years old and they're talking to you about a 90-year sentence. That can make the toughest of them start singing. Anyway, let's see. I think I'm caught up on all the comments. I didn't really do a lot of comments today, but I kind of took them as they came. Get rid of it. The most annoying is that you and Big Bone use it too. the clapping. Does Big Bone use it? Well, he's trained by me, so of course he'd use it. He got to start over here where the applause button was. I feel so. When a person doesn't even know, like the king who wore no clothes, he's just thinking he's looking real good, walking around naked as a jaybird, and somebody's like, "You're naked." Now I'm all sensitive about my applause button. Anyway, look here, man. You guys have a great day today. Thank you for tuning in. Let's learn how to treat each other like individual pieces of solid gold. If you use your prospecting period the way it's supposed to be used, and stop bringing these people into your motorcycle club in 2 and 3 months and dumb shit like that, you will find that you will be able to weed some of these folks out. a lot easier. But some folks are very good at showing up with their representative instead of themselves, and some folks you never will know what they are until the time, till the times get tough. So anyway, I'm Black Dragon. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Look for my shorts in the afternoon. Follow me on TikTok, Black Dragon Biker TV, Instagram, Black Dragon Biker TV, YouTube, Facebook. I'm all over the place. Our online news magazine is bikerliberty.com. Also, we need you guys to go check out our new, we've reinstated thinktacticalnews.com. So we got great information for you over there. We're bringing our Think Tactical show back online on YouTube, Think Tactical. Go follow us over there. The description, in our description box is the link to Think Tactical. So go follow us over there. We're going to have some great stuff, man. Some great stuff about thinking tactical and preparing yourself for the end of times or just for the next a hurricane or whatever the case you have going on. I haven't seen you in a long time, RPM Freak. Great to see you. So Think Tactical is back up. Think Tactical News is back up. bikerliberty.com is our online news magazine, our online podcast, wherever you get your podcast, Spreaker or Spotify or anything like that. You can get that. The Dragon's Lair, L-A-Y-R, no, L-A-I-R, the Dragon's Lair, Motorcycle Chaos, the Dragon's Lair, Motorcycle Chaos. So, come check us out, man. Get down with us. We appreciate it. I'm Black Dragon. That's my 2 cents. Love to hear your 2 cents in the comment section below. 39 degrees in Atlanta this morning. Oh, hell no. We ain't built like that around here. Thanks for tuning in and get skinny. Prepare yourself to take the helm as president of your mighty motorcycle club by delving into the pages of Black Dragon's newest book, The President's Bible, Chronicle 1, Principles of Motorcycle Club Leadership. There you will learn to advance your skills in applying the 14 scientific principles of leadership similar to those taught to officers in the United States Naval Service. Available in hardcover, paperback, and ebook. Get yours today on Amazon, Kindle, or order it at your local bookstore. Order your autographed copy from blackdragonsgear.com. Be the best motorcycle club president you can be. Get the book.
Get Black Dragon's first book, The Prospect's Bible, to learn how to join a motorcycle club. It has been an Amazon #1 bestseller for the past 7 years and is required reading for over 3,000 motorcycle clubs worldwide. This book is a must-have for new people venturing onto the motorcycle club set. It will teach you how to prepare yourself for service to the motorcycle club nation and show you how to qualify a motorcycle club to be worthy of your service. Available on Amazon, Kindle, and for order at your local bookstore. Get your autographed copy at blackdragonsgear.com. Be the best motorcycle club prospect you can be. Get the book.